Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to more of the Dynasty Warriors 2 playthrough. We are actually done with the main part of the playthrough. We've done Musou mode with one character from each kingdom, and from that point on, whenever we select a character, you're either going to get one of those 5 sets of stages depending on what kingdom you're going to be a part of. So I feel like I don't really need to cover any more of that, so that's why I'm going to actually move on to the next mode we have here is free mode. Now with free mode you can basically jump straight into any battle that you want, but what makes free mode more unique than Musou mode is that for some battles you can actually choose the other side. So for example, I'm choosing the Yellow Turban Rebellion, but I'm not going to be playing the same exact Yellow Turban Rebellion that we've done 3 times already. And as far as characters are concerned, let's pick, well, he's the leader of the Yellow Turbans, may as well as pick Zhang Jiao, I guess. And yeah, you get to actually choose which force you get to be on. So, because we've played the Yellow Turban Rebellion as the Imperial forces 3 times, let's check out and see what the Yellow Turban battle is like. I think you still get the same cutscene though. Or no, you don't even get a cutscene. Okay, never mind then. So yeah, we're basically going to do this battle again, but we're actually doing it from the other side here. So all of the officers that were allies are now enemies, and all the officers that were enemies are now allies. So that's pretty much how this is going to go. Probably don't need to actually look at the background here. I think it's pretty obvious because we've heard the background before, and it's pretty much the same setup. We're just going to be fighting as the Yellow Turbans this time. Now, the unfortunate thing about this particular battle is it's kind of a weird one. It's a weird battle in the sense that because we're starting on the other side of the map, probably a large part of this battle will be me just getting to the other side of the battlefield. That is the one kind of, I guess, unfortunate part of this battle, is that you start clear on the other side of the map, and I don't think you get a horse to really get all the way back to where you need to go, so we literally have to do a lot of walking to actually get back here. But yeah, it is kind of a shame, you don't get to really experience these sides of the story when you play through Musou mode, because yeah, these characters didn't have Musou modes, and because you follow the 3 kingdoms, for the example of this battle, naturally, for those kingdoms to carry on, the Yellow Turbans have to lose. So this was kind of a unique idea, actually, putting yourself on the opposite side. But, I mean, they could easily make it work. I mean, it's really just a matter of turning all the allies into enemies, and then turning all the enemies into allies, pretty much like I said. So yeah, that's that is a cool aspect of this game. They kind of expand on this a little more in Dynasty Warriors 3 Extreme Legends, which I believe was the first game that actually gave these other characters the story mode. Because, yeah, Dynasty Warriors 1, like I've said before, was kind of a 2D fighter, so it was really a much different game that you can't really even put in the Dynasty Warriors series. And yeah, this was the only game of the Dynasty Warriors 2 saga. So when they went to Dynasty Warriors 3, they actually kind of did some experimentation with doing some new things, like Extreme Legends. And when I get to Dynasty Warriors 3, I definitely will be highlighting that. And we'll probably be doing, the Extreme Legends playthrough in conjunction with the Dynasty Warriors 3 playthrough. Again, no idea when that playthrough is going to be, or if it will even happen, but it is something I've been thinking really, really hard about since I started this playthrough. I think I've given him a shout out a few different times. I don't think I actually have properly linked his channel. I'll make sure I do it in this video, so future SlimKirby, seriously, make a note to frickin' shout out and put a link to his channel in the video description. And I'll try to go back and do that to the video where I mentioned it the last time. But Mike from Mike's Gaming Ventures, he has almost a 400-part Let's Play of Dynasty Warriors 3. It's really good. I'm kind of in the process of watching through it. I say kind of because it's been very on and off because it is such a big playthrough. I kind of like come back to it and watch like maybe like a few story modes like every now and then come back later and watch more. I'm still trying to make my way through it all. But I'm getting close. I'm actually at the point where he started the Extreme Legends stuff, which is like, basically he's almost done with all the story modes. It's then just about showing off the Extreme Legends story modes and then unlocking all the items and weapons and stuff, which is a big, big part of that game. Also, why? Okay, there we go. For some reason, like, I wasn't really doing my strong attacks. I don't really know why. It was kind of weird. Oh, come on. I don't really have to say much about Zhang Jiao. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate because in this game he uses a sword. In future games he actually uses a staff as opposed to a sword. So they actually make him a little different in future games. Different and a little more interesting for sure. So yeah, we have a whole slew of officers to slay in pretty much all of these different regions. Currently, let's see, we have Liu Bei's forces. How do you actually get past me right there? I don't get that. Well, whatever. I'm not going to fight him just yet because I still have to fight this guy, Zhang Fei. Now, the one kind of cool thing, I guess, about these maps is because of the nature of these maps, we actually get to fight all the Lord characters, and like we fight them in a sense where they're not the main lords of the battle. So because of that, we can actually get the droppable items that they give, and as I mentioned before, they actually drop the health and Muso drops. So these battles are a good way if like your officer is lacking health or needs more health. These battles in particular are a good way to actually do that because you're guaranteed like 3 of those health drops whenever you beat those officers. So that is one good aspect of these battles. And like you can do it again too because Hulao Gate is kind of the same way, where once again these officers aren't the main lords in those battles, so as a result you can actually get even more of those health and Muso drops from that battle as well. So yeah, it's something you should definitely keep in mind. So yeah, there we go. We got our health and Muso drop. Where exactly? Okay, there is another officer. There's actually 2 gate captains over here too. I may want to try to take advantage of that. I'm still playing this on normal difficulty, and I'm probably going to keep it on normal difficulty for the rest of the playthrough. I know that it's kind of disappointing because it's like, well, why don't you play on hard? But the thing is, like, there's not really a difference on hard. It's really just the enemies are harder to take down, and as a result, these videos will take even longer. And I feel like hard is just more frustrating than it is actually, like, challenging, I guess. Because you probably won't be able to stand up to all the challenges with, like, a character that isn't maxed out completely. And if I had, like, a other character that was maxed out completely, maybe I would give it a try, but even then, like, I don't know. I just don't really see the value of it. You may call me a wimp, you may call me a scaredy cat or whatever terminology you want to use, but again, nothing really changes from the battle. It just literally gets harder, and that's really about it. And honestly, I got a pretty good challenge from Sun Sheng Zhang's Muso mode. So, yeah. God, I feel like I've been on like several different tangents already in just this one part. One thing I was talking about, right, the Dynasty Warriors 3 playthrough by Mike's Gaming Adventures. Definitely want to give a huge shout out to him for doing that because of the fact that I know like the commitment that type of playthrough is in terms of trying to get everything. Like, I know it may seem redundant shouting out his channel all the time, but like seriously, like I'm personally amazed by someone who has just the patience and the commitment to actually do something like that, because I've 100%ed Dynasty Warriors 3 like 2 or 3 different times, and my god, it took a really, really long time to do. Like, it took longer than getting 100% in Super Smash Bros. Melee, which I did a couple of times. It took longer than getting all 180 emblems in Sonic Adventure 2. Something else I've done a ridiculous number of times. It's just, my god, like, it's such a commitment, and I have to give props where props are due, basically. That's essentially what I'm trying to say here. Okay, so now that we've gotten rid of the south side of enemies, let's see what we have here. Okay, Zhang Chao. I have to remember that he has an officer, Zhang Chao. And then Sun Jian has 3 officers, so I'll make sure I slay all 3 of them. Which is kind of a shame, because all of his officers, like, they're just generic officers, so we're not going to get really any great upgrades from them. But if this was like Dynasty Warriors 9, yeah, he would actually, all 3 of his officers would be playable, but in this game, nope, literally Sun Jian is the only playable character of this bunch. Hello, Cheng Pu. Ouch, Cheng Pu, why? I've been rooting for you to become a playable character for so long. Why do you do this to me? Okay, I think that's the counter attack, like, you can actually do if, like, the enemy does a Musou attack on you, but it didn't really phase him that much. Maybe because it is normal, I can't rely on tactics like that or something, I don't know. I have no frickin' idea, do-do-do. Let's see, over here we have Huang Gai and Han Dong. Sun Jian's not quite here yet, but that's fine with me. I'm actually not ready to fight him yet. Oh, but he's gonna probably come over here to fight me anyway. I saw a enemy unit come this way. Oh, that's just Zhang Chao. I don't really care about Zhang Chao that much. Zhang Chao is just a load of Zhang Chao, I guess. Okay, give me that shield. I'll just knock one guy out of the way. It's actually a shame, because I actually really like Huang Gai. I think he probably is one of my favorite Wu characters. And he becomes playable on Dynasty Warriors 3, so maybe, like, again, depending on what I decide to do with that playthrough, maybe I'll try to make Huang Gai one of the characters I play as, just because I do kind of like him, and I like that he was added. Fun fact, he was actually the first character I ever beat a story mode with in Dynasty Warriors history. Because I had Dynasty Warriors 3 before this game, and Huang Gai was the first character I beat Musou mode with in Dynasty Warriors 3, so he always has that special attachment to me, I guess, because I was capable of doing that. Okay, looks like we're going to be fighting Sun Jian now, who we've actually never fought yet. We have not fought this guy yet. If we can frickin' find him. Ouch. Don't shoot the leader of the Yellow Turbans. I know he's your enemy, but that's just mean. Also, what is that fire? Oh, I know exactly what that fire truck is in the distance. So, my apology for the background noise you're probably hearing right now. I'm actually recording this on the last day of senior classes for high school, so there's always this tradition where the senior class has to ride on a fire truck through town. Also, wow, I got a lot of combos on that guy. But yeah, that's Sun Jian. I haven't really talked much about Sun Jian because by the time you actually fight Wu in all the story modes, Sun Jian has already passed on, and Sun Quan is the leader of the Wu forces. But yeah, Sun Jian was technically the first playable ruler of Wu that gets highlighted in these games. He looks very generic, like, starting out in these older games, but they kind of make him look a little unique in future games, which is good at least. But yeah, he's not around for very long. He's literally just around for, like, the first 2 battles, and then, like, in a southern campaign, he gets killed. He gets ambushed really badly and dies. And then, control of Wu actually passes on to probably my favorite Dynasty Warriors character of all time. Passes down to Sun Ce, or I think it's supposed to be pronounced Sunsa. But yeah, like, I love that character. I'm glad he finally gets his dues in Dynasty Warriors 3, where he actually does become the playable character for the first time. And, like, he takes over for a small bit. He basically gets Wu back on its feet after Sun Jian dies, and then he passes off rulership to his brother, Sun Quan, who is also another son of Sun Jian, and then that's how Wu kind of gets their foot in the door, so to speak. Then they join forces with Liu Bei to take down Cao Cao at Shibi, and then history kind of writes itself from that point on. So yes, Shu and Wu are now taken care of. Now we have to take care of the Wei forces and what's remaining of the Imperial forces. There's not really a whole lot left. But yeah, they actually did do some huge damage to my forces. As you can see, they're kind of like encroaching on our little encampments in here. You can see all those flashing yellow lights in the middle where all our forces are. So we'll probably see a lot of the Wei officers in here. They've probably made their way pretty far in. Let's see. Okay, there's one up here. Ooh, it's Cao Hong. I don't think, I think Cao Hong is not yet part of the playable character roster of Dynasty Warriors yet. The other generic officer, Cao Ren, is for sure. I shall crush all who oppose me. Really? Have you not been seeing what I've been doing? I'm the leader of the Yellow Turbans, damn it. Ooh, nice 16 combo. It can't be. I'm sorry, it can. And yeah, I think you get a +4 sword because I got the 16 combo. So hooray for that. Okay, here's Cao Ren, here's Shahudun. That's a very weird stance to hold your sword, but I mean, if it works for you, that's all that matters, I suppose. Oh, I have to fight one of these guys. One of these generic boys. Why'd you have to restore health? You know, I don't like that. Ow. Okay, now we'll get Cao Ren. Oh! That would have been like a really swift and crushing blow right there if I actually landed that. And, oh, ow! Hi, nice to see you too, buddy. Guess you're just gonna be a jerk, I guess. Okay, get rid of Shahudun. And I think Cao Cao is the only one left. Wait, where'd the sword go? I don't think I need it because, again, like, I think I have, like, Zhang Jiao maxed out strength already. Yeah, I'm pretty good there. But at least I got some, like, health upgraded, that's for sure. Okay, next we have... I always like this this guy's name. Huangfu Song. Huangfu Song for Dynasty Warriors 9. Anybody? Anybody? No, no. I think he's just a generic I'm gonna die Yellow Turban Officer. He doesn't need a playable character slot. Okay, let's see. We still have South left, and we still have the leader of the Yellow Turbans. I think we have, no, it's just these two, okay. Well, first off, let's go down here and get rid of South. You know, I think of the big three emperors, Cao, Liu Bei, and Sun Quan, I think I actually like Cao the best. Like, I don't know, like, there's just, like... Because here's the thing, like, he comes across as being, like, I guess kind of an evil type of ruler because he takes over so much of the land. But, like, he earned it because he's, like, apparently a really skilled warrior. And he's also, like, probably, like, one of the smartest men of all time. Like, the reason he was able to get such a huge part of the land is because of his brilliance. So, like, that's something you gotta respect. Like, yeah, he did kind of come off as looking like a bad guy a little bit in some of these games, because he's almost always your enemy, but, like, he put in the time and effort to actually take over everything, which I think is really cool. So yeah, I think of the big three, Cao is probably my favorite. I do like Sun Quan as well, but, like, Cao just did so much more, I feel like. And Liu Bei, like, I mean, Liu Bei is a nice character, but, like, I don't know. He's just kind of the basic hero type, I guess, so to me that's kind of like the least exciting of the available options, I guess you could say. I don't care if I'm not going to get the best shields for this. The problem is my Muso meter takes so long to fill, so I don't have time to build up my Muso meter for these little skirmishes. Okay, thank God. I thought he was getting ready to go inside the gate, which I did not want to happen. Okay, I think it is time to take on the final boss of this version of the Yellow Turbans. Well, you know what? Let me get one more kill. There. I want to at least get 100 KOs in this fight. 99 just seems like so little for an entire map. But again, I've just been officer killing, really, so I haven't really been taking the time to kill a lot of other troops, honestly. And yeah, this guy doesn't get a cutscene. He's just like a basic normal lord, so who cares? He does get his stupid health regen, though, which I don't appreciate. And he's gone. The Yellow Turbans are victorious. He does get a death cutscene, though. That's weird. That is kind of weird, but whatever. So yeah, that was the first free mode battle. Again, not much to say, really. It's just like a normal battle, just on free mode, really. Here we get all of our points. That's kind of weird. I got 9,000, but I guess it's because of all the worthy opponents I killed. That's probably where my biggest bonus came from. Yeah, I only got like 52 points for the KO count, so yeah, a large amount of my points just came from the worthy opponents. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I did get the most KOs, though. God, like, the entire leaderboard is from enemies that were on the enemy side. I'm the only one from my side that actually did something worth a damn. That's just hilarious. But yeah, that's going to do it for this first battle. So that's going to be one video. There's 5 of these battles we're going to do. So once again, going to be 5 videos of this little free mode section. And after that, we'll pretty much be done. So I'll see you guys for the next battle. Later, folks.